Ha ha. You better choose yourself and let's get it. Welcome to another episode on the Choose Yourself channel, dedicated to triggering you to choose yourself through accountability and community, and the Choose Yourself process, or as I like to call it, TEFIC. TEFIC. The 5 pillars to the Choose Yourself process. We went over 2 already on the last 2 episodes. T, triggers. E, environments. F, foundation. I, investment into yourself. C, contribution, where you pull from an overflow. So we did T, the triggers, where you got to do the work leading up to your trigger point so it don't turn to a breaking point and you go back down to your trigger point and you go trigger, breaking, trigger, breaking, trigger, breaking that, break it back, break the bank. What you doing? Come on now. You got to turn it to a turning point. You got to do the work before the storm is coming, because it's coming and you can't repair your roof in the rain. The E was environment evaluation with mindful consumption. Now, I get it. Those 2 are about awareness. You can sit down, write them down. Write down your triggers, write down your consumption, evaluate your balance of toxins in society, your conversations. You can write them down. But awareness is not enough. You need that action. You can pray all you want. You can journal all you want. You can vision board all you want. You can read the stars all you want. You can go to church all you want. You can have a mind movie. You can watch all the movies, go to all the goddamn retreats you want, but ain't nothing gonna happen without action. And I ain't talking about the action in front of others. I'm talking about what you do for yourself when you by yourself, when ain't nobody watching besides your subconscious and your creator. Don't forget, he can see you. What you doing? And this is the 3rd pillar of the TEFIC. Kind of sounds like a religious text. Hey, you read the TEFIC yet? Hey, I live my life by the TEFIC. Hey, you better get that TEFIC. You're going to find God. Find God inside through the TEFIC. I'm going to be publishing it soon. So y'all be looking out for the TEFIC, TEFIC, an acronym for the 5 pillars of the Choose Yourself process. And today, we're going to F it. F is for the foundation. And if you think you needed a pen and pad before, you're going to need a pen and pad for this. I have a 30-day program, Speed Foundation. I got a 90-day program guaranteed to transform your life. I have a foundational course, module, 50 minutes. I have the systems, story, and principles in my book. And now we got this podcast. So you not choosing yourself and continuing to snooze yourself is your own damn fault, because the systems and resources are here. The stories are in the Choose Yourself community. You can tap in every Tuesday and grow your mind about what people actually are doing who had it worse than you or are in a similar situation as you, because ain't nothing ever as good or as bad as it seems. All right? Now think about it this way. You lay a brick every day to push through the day. You lay a brick every day to push through the day. You gotta lay the brick. Come on now. When you see somebody change and it looks like it's overnight, it is not overnight. Well, it might be overnight upon reflection and hindsight, but it took a whole bunch of nights to get to that night. A whole bunch of bricks to get to that foundation. How you think they build these skyscrapers so high in the sky? They got a deep foundation. Deeper the foundation, higher the skyscraper, but the longer the project. What you want to do? You want to live in a 2-story building, or you in the penthouse, 96th floor? I'm trying to live in the sky, okay? Talking about up by the jets and shit, like a Jetson shit. And for the ladies, when you want your makeup to be on fleek all day, what you got to do? You got to lay the foundation, don't you? Same way with your life. If you want to withstand the elements of the day as a skyscraper, the snow, the rain, the wind, you got to have a deep foundation. If you want to withstand the elements of the day with your makeup, the rain, the tears, the cum, wait, what? Hope it's waterproof. Then you got to have a solid foundation. Same way with your life. If you want to withstand the adversity, unfamiliarity, victim's mentality, people talking shit, temptations for quick fixes, inconvenience, you better be setting the foundation, because that's all you got. It's our time, before and after our sleep, without people, screens, or toxins, including your kids. 6 pillars to it, from the digital sunset to your first obligation. All right? So we're going to go through it, but I'm going to keep it light. And if this is something you need, let's lock in for the 90-day program. Let's lock in for the 30-day program. Invest time, energy, resources into yourself to boost the gratitude in your attitude and your self-commitment and self-belief. The price ain't for me. The price is for you, to make sure your ass show up. Okay, because a lot of people sacrificing their health and time to get the money just to grow up and spend their money and time back on their health. But if you could spend your money and time on your health right now and growing your mind, well, you are in top percentile, okay? And that's what your kids want to see. That's what your business want to see, your business partners, your colleagues, your employees. All right, self-investment. Everybody wants transformation, but don't nobody want to go to bed on time and wake up on time. What you doing? I could see a lie showing in your eyes because you got boogers in your eyes because you ain't been sleeping. Come on now. And your foundation is your freedom plan. It's how you break free. It's the quiet habits and solitude and silence that make the loud results. Screaming in everybody else's face. Look at me, authentic, energy, vibrant, skin glowing, physique on fleek. Not, look at me, I'm tired, bad posture, skin breaking out, my breath stank, and I'm negative, and I can't handle stress. Which one are you going to choose? The foundations increase your awareness and emotional resiliency, which allows you to be aware of your trigger points and push through your breaking points so you don't sit in the valley of shadow of death when it says walk through it. You don't pitch a tent talking about I'm depressed. Why'd they do this? I can't believe it's raining. Oh, anxiety. Golly. Come on now. Ain't nobody coming to save you. What you doing? Get over it, get after it is the greatest form of compassion. That doesn't mean bury it, suppress it, complain about it. That means identify it, catch and release. More fishing and less wishing. Come on now. The foundation is going to help you evaluate your environment because you increase your self-worth. Then your choices align with your internal belief. So if your choices are shitty outside of your solitude, your foundation is shitty and you will continue to make shitty choices that align with the shitty choices you make for yourself. What you do for yourself when you buy yourself is the standard you set when you walk into the world on how you want people to treat you. And the things that you will notice in your experience will align with your internal belief. If you eat like shit, you don't sleep, you don't do what you said, you skip the snooze button, you don't exercise, well, now you have a low self-worth. So what in the world can I find to stroke my ego to make me believe that I'm right about my self-worth of being shit? That's how the mind works, subconsciously, and we don't even know why you're eating bullshit and still doom scrolling past your bedtime. Your self-worth is a doom scroll to skip your bedtime, and now to back that action up, you go out into the world and make choices that are in alignment. And that's the problem. Consumption loop from a lack of self-belief. So your foundation will help with your trigger awareness, and it will help you push through your breakthroughs, and it will increase the value of your choices as it increases the value of yourself. Now, consistent sleep and wake cycles regulate cortisol, dopamine, and growth hormone. Stay consistent with your sleep within an hour. Me, I got to be flexible. Sometimes I work until 3 a.m., wake up at 7 a.m. My first obligation is at 10 a.m. Or I go to sleep at 8 p.m., wake up at 3 a.m. My first obligation is at 8 a.m. But you got to stay flexible in your foundations. I can have a 7-hour foundation or a 12-hour foundation with 5 hours of flexibility. All systems and methods in between my pillars can be remodified depending on what's going on in my life, but I will not skip my morning routine to start doing shit for other people. I will not skip my foundation to start doing shit for other people. I can't, because I care about you, and I can't be my best for you if I start with my glass half full. Now, we're going to talk about why you can do mini foundations certain days. You could do full foundation certain days. You can modify. You can tap into your non-negotiables anywhere from 10 minutes to 7 hours if you want to. But skipping it is not a fucking option. Not an option. If that excuse comes in your head, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. God dang it, you need to tap in with the CYC and get some accountability because obviously you can't hold yourself accountable. All right? Flexibility is the key to structure. Ask an architect. Them high-ass skyscrapers is flexible as hell. Okay. Now the brain loves pattern and habituality and doing what it's used to doing, but you want to de-pattern in a controlled environment so that when you get de-pattern outside of your controlled environment, it's a familiar mindset. You can still move with cognitive ability and clarity. All right. So your nervous system is like a software. Your body is the hardware. Think of it like your phone. Your screen cracks, you get it fixed. Your back cracks, you don't do shit. What you doing? Your app stopped working because you need a software update. You'll be patient until it updates. Your mind stopped working because you need a software update. Then you just take some sugar, caffeine, nicotine. Instead of going to sleep, exercise, meditate. What you doing? That's not how you fix the software, okay? The systems in the foundation update the software. Now, let's go over the 6 pillars of the foundation. First one is your curfew, kick out time, or put your kids to bedtime. If you got a pen and paper right now, write these down. This free game, y'all. Curfew, kick out time, kids to bedtime. Write that down. Next pillar, digital sunset. Leave some space between the pillars. We're going to go back. Write that down. Next pillar is your nighttime routine. Next pillar, read in bedtime. Yes, read a book. Okay. Next pillar is your nighttime routine. Now, this routine is not the routine you do right now. The things you do to wrap up your house before you get in your bed are now going to go between your curfew, kick out time, and your digital sunset. You put those tasks and dedications, turn down the lights, lock the door, freaking drink some whatever, some healthy, hopefully, self-love, stretch, nothing on the phone. That wrap up is going to go between curfew and digital sunset. Now you have between digital sunset and reading bedtime to do a real nighttime routine. The one you used to doing, if you don't have one right now, is the one that is closing off your connection to the world. Now you tapping into yourself. A lot of people do it right before bed and get in bed and wonder why they can't sleep. You got to have a buffer between yesterday's emotions and tomorrow's intentions. So you got your curfew kick out time, digital sunset, then you have your nighttime routine. Then you have your reading bedtime. Then you sleep. Then you have your wake up time. That's where you skip the snooze. Don't hit it. Then you have your morning routine. And you can get to your screens or to your kids, okay? That's the pillars. Check out the book. Check out the 30-day program, 90-day program. Check out the module. Got them all on deck. We can work for 1 hour and get you a foundation. Now, this is how it goes. This is why it's important. You get your curfew kick-out time. This is your dedication to tomorrow. If you really have a dream in a business, you really want to be the best for your kids, it starts by getting home on time or kicking somebody out on time or going to sleep after your kids. Why are you staying up after your kids? Is what you doing after they go to sleep more productive? Is what you doing after they go to sleep more productive than what you could be doing if you woke up before them? Is your gratification instant or delayed? Because you could play with your life, but it can't be replayed. And now, this ain't just your life. Your life is pouring from an overflow into them, what you're doing. So I don't want to hear, oh, I got kids. You should be asleep when they go to sleep. I don't have kids, but that's what's going down in my crib when it happens. All right, so you got your curfew, kick out time, kids to bedtime. Then you do your wrap up around the house, wrap up on your screens. Check your last emails, check your last texts, turn on D&D, plug your phone in across the room, cut the lights down, lock the doors, do a lap around the house, clean up, whatever you got to do. Then digital sunset, lights down, everything down. Don't go back to your phones, not once. I don't get, oh, I got to text the, what about the, I should check the, nope, it's over. You made a commitment. You said 8 o'clock kick out time, kids to bedtime, 8:30 digital sunset. It is now 8:32. Do not fuck it up. You got to be real militant and diligent about your choices in the beginning when you're trying to shift the neural pathways. The more grace you give yourself in the beginning, the longer it's going to take to make that radical transformation. So in the beginning, you get every single pillar. In the beginning, you at least write down and attempt every single pillar right on time. And when you don't, then you can adjust. But this is why you may need a growth partner or a coach to help you adjust, help you figure out why you couldn't do it, help you figure out why it was tough to choose yourself, because we will keep sabotaging if we keep justifying excuses. You got your curfew kick out time. I'm going to give an example. 8 o'clock, you get home, kick people out, put your kids to bed. Then you wrap up around the house, screens, text, emails, D&D, plug the phone in across the room. Digital sunset, boom, not going back to the outside world via screens. Now, nighttime routine. Figure out something to do to release melatonin and let your brain know you're going to sleep so you don't have anxiety in your bed. Then you got your nighttime routine. This is a routine that's going to allow your body to relax and start to activate the habituality that's letting your mind and body know you are going to sleep. Whatever those systems are, self-care, hot bath, oils and scents, stretching, meditate, journaling, reading, prayer. Do this right before bed, connect it to bed so your mind's like, all right, only time I do this after digital sunset is when I'm about to go to bed. And also, the bed is made for sleep and sex. You're confusing your brain. You're doom scrolling and binge watching. You're eating food in your bed. You're working in your bed. Now, when you try to go to bed, the brain don't know what you're about to do. Eat, screen, sleep, fuck, no idea, because you do it all. The bed is made for sleep and sex. So now, you do your nighttime routine. The brain's like, oh shit, release melatonin, activate circadian rhythm. I'm doing self-care. I just stretched. I wrote down 10 things I'm grateful for. This means I'm about to get in bed and start reading. First, it's intention and willpower. Eventually, this will become part of your habits and the results become the motivation. Now you're starting to activate your circadian rhythm so you get into this routine naturally. Then you get in bed, you read a book. Read my book, read a different book. I don't care what you read. Read a real book. Not a Kindle, no lights. Get it old school. Get your little light. Maybe the one that clips on your head looking like a coal miner. Maybe the one that clips on a book, okay? But read a real book. I don't want to hear, well, my phone has my... Here you go, addicted. Sound like a crackhead. You sound like a crackhead justifying a crack. Well, my crack pipe is also my good luck charm, so I can't throw it away. Shut your... Well, you're addicted to crack. They got more alarm clocks that you can get that aren't your phone. I don't want to hear my phone is my alarm clock. I have to have it by my bed. Get a different alarm clock. Fucking addicted to the damn dopamine on your screen because you can't sit far enough away from your phone where you might be out of reach of people. That's a problem. Now you're in bed and you're reading, right? A regular book, 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock curfew, kick out time, kids to bed. 8:30 digital sunset. Then you do your nighttime routine. Reading bedtime, 9 o'clock. Go to sleep, REM sleep, good sleep. If you have dreams, write them down. Find out a way for dream interpretation because dreams are important, especially when you start doing the work, the portal opens up, okay? You can use AI, tech, therapy, whatever you want to do. They got apps for that shit now. Then your alarm goes off. The alarm you set before you got in bed. Your first commitment to yourself. You said, okay, I want to wake up at 5 a.m. You go to sleep, the alarm goes off. Those thoughts right there in the morning, that's your first time to conquer yourself. That's your first time to do what you said you would do. This is why we use the dolphin emoji to represent the dorsal cortex, and I use the snooze button to exemplify what the dorsal cortex can do for us. So you have the anterior cingulate cortex, which gets stronger when you do shit you don't want to do, which then allows you to have more resiliency when you get in the face of uncertainty and fear. Doing things you don't want to do are healthy for your ability to stay resilient and follow through in times of uncertainty, unpredictability, unfamiliarity, because the anterior cingulate cortex is what gives us that power. So do things you don't want to do. Do hard things. Put yourself outside your comfort zone. Increase your anterior cingulate cortex. Now, the self-choice layer we spoke about previously, between emotions and actions, you get 4 choices. You choose your old habits. You choose what you think other people want you to do in the moment. You choose your emotional state. Or you choose your future intention. Your future intention is what you said you would do before the stimulants outside penetrated your sensory input, triggered a thought, attached it to an emotion, and then brought you to that space. What did you say you would do before the external environment brought you to this space? That's choosing intention. Now, use the alarm for an example. You said you would wake up on time. You went to sleep. The alarm went off. That's you versus you. Literally, you set the fucking alarm. It's not time for all that other shit. How bad do you want to change? It's time for you to get up and get after it. Now, you hear the alarm go off. Your ventral cortex is reflexive. Notices loud noises. Notices if you're about to fall, if gravity's off. Notices your alarm go off. Oh, shit, my alarm went off. Now, that flood of thoughts that come in, that's your salience network providing you with your choices. Oh, stay in bed 5 more minutes. Oh, stay in bed 10 more minutes. Oh, I'm going to quit my job today because I'd rather sleep. Oh, it's cold. Oh, nobody's awake yet. Oh, the sun's not out. Oh, I should wake up on time so I can get some exercise in and do my morning routine. All those choices pop up in a matter of split seconds. The dorsal cortex is the one that gets to choose. Now, how do you strengthen the dorsal cortex? Outside of your snooze button, outside of your alarm, you put yourself in situations where you increase your capacity for stress. You increase your awareness under pressure. You increase the volume of the quitting mind. The same mind that tells you to snooze is the one that says, oh, I don't want to stretch because it hurts. I don't want to go to the exercise at the gym because it's too hard. I don't want to stay in the cold shower because it's too cold. I want to keep staying up and scrolling because it's comfortable and it's easy dopamine. I need caffeine before I talk to my kids or meet with anybody online. That's that motherfucking voice. The quitting mind. Complacency, energy conservation, death prevention. It's dramatic as hell. So we strengthen the dorsal cortex by putting systems in our foundation that force us to increase the volume on the emotions in the quitting mind. Then we get over it and get after it. Then the next time our environment penetrates our sensory input, goes to the self-choice layer, we can flex the dorsal cortex because we practice that shit in solitude. That's what it means by what you do for yourself when you by yourself is the standard you set when you walk into the world. If you can follow through with what you said you would do when you're in solitude, then when you get in public, that's already the programming in your mind. We're not out here listening to every motherfucking body. We out here doing what we said we would do, just like we did in foundation, all the way through the day, all the way into my nighttime routine. That's just now how I move. Now, it takes time, and you got to have grace, because we all struggle with it, even the professionals, all the time, because sometimes we allow care or our feelings for others or our subconscious programming to get in the way, but when we have the systems, we can get over it easier because we're more resilient and we have a faster recovery because we've already developed the mindset in the anterior cingulate cortex and the dorsal and the ventral and the prefrontal cortex. So we are literally growing our mind, GYM, with inner sides and systems in the foundation. So that's what it is. You got the self-choice layer, 4 choices, choose your intention. You got your dorsal cortex that chooses from your salience network. When the ventral cortex tells you your alarm went off, your salience network provides you with your choices. Your dorsal cortex chooses which choice you're going to choose. Your anterior cingulate cortex gets stronger when you do things you don't want to do. Increase your resilience and capacity for stress by putting yourself through a controlled struggle, little by little. You ain't got to burn 1,000 calories like me or run a marathon like god dang, whoever the hell be running marathons. But you got to do something that you're not used to doing, that you're not comfortable with. All right. And the snooze button is your first test to see if you really about that life. Well, your first test is your curfew kick out time. See if you can go to bed on time. Literally, when your foundation starts, you start getting tested. And then your snooze button is how you set the tone for the day. Focus on turning your alarm off and going to the bathroom and brushing your teeth. Just focus on that first. Don't think about the whole day. You're going to discourage your mind. Mind going to make up more excuses the more tasks you think about during the day. You can do Mel Robbins' 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 technique, count to 5, and then just get up before your mind starts making up bullshit. Or you can get up and activate conscious control. Do a push-up, get in a cold shower, cold water on your face. 3 techniques to help you choose yourself and not lose yourself. All right. Now, your morning routine. Your morning routine is between your alarm when you skip the snooze, after the bathroom, before you get to your screens or to your kids or your first obligation. You need to do one thing for the mind, one for the body, one for the spirit. For the mind, you can meditate, read. For the body, stretch, exercise. For the spirit, gratitude journal, prayer, religious text, whatever you want to do. Do one thing. A mini routine would be wake up, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, scrape your tongue, wash your hands, wash your ass, so your breath don't smell like your butt, because you ain't got no gut health or butt health. Now you're pooping out parasites. Come on now, you're feeding them and you're pooping them and just recycling them inside. Stretch for 5 minutes. Boom, something for the body. Meditate for 2 minutes. Boom, something for the mind. Now you got a small foundation you just did in 15 minutes and you didn't even touch your phone or caffeine or nicotine or any vices. You just chose yourself. That's a mini foundation. I'm about to show y'all what my mini foundation is, and I'm going to explain what my full foundation is, and I'm going to tell you what my foundation is after 20% fun. I have all 3 and a bunch of foundations in between, but I know the minimum and I know the maximum. All right? So that's a mini foundation you can do. Another one could be you wake up, do a cold shower, and you do breath work in the cold shower. Body, bang. That's actually mind, body, and spirit, but we'll check that as the body box. Come out, and you can meditate 5 minutes. Then you can read the Bible or the Quran or some type of religious philosophy, psychology book, whatever you want to read. You can read a book on finances. I don't care what you read something. I encourage something about spirituality. Then you get to your first obligation. Then you get to your kid. Now you done filled up your cup and you done pulled from an overflow. Now you increased your awareness because you increased the quitting mind because you woke up on time when you said you want to stay in bed. You brush your teeth for the full minutes where you took care of your gut so your mouth don't smell like your butt. You did cold treatment. Even if you put cold water in your hands are going to feel the cold and your mind's going to go crazy like, don't put this on my face, don't put this on my face, don't put this on my face. Psh, did it. That was the mind. That was the quitting mind you just beat simply by putting cold water on your face. Psh. Now you done got out. You meditated. Your thoughts popped up. Oh, I got to pick someone up. Oh, I got to reply. Oh, I got to create. And you cleared your mind, chose yourself, beat the quitting mind again. Then you practiced gratitude when your mind was full of complaints. Boom. Cleanse your spirit, strengthen your dorsal cortex, increase your awareness. Then you stretched your body and moved your body. So now you can use the vessel properly to experience the life that's out there. Do that every day. Mini foundation to start. The goal is to get to a full foundation on time every time. Now, I started by not having sleepovers during the week. I used to party on the weekend and work during the week. But eventually I transitioned into now having dedicated days to 20% fun. Throughout the year, I got all my days planned for the rest of the year and into next year that I'm going to be on 20% fun. Now, if somebody's like, hey, I'm in town, you want to go out? I'll go out, but I'm not consuming toxins. I already have those days planned out. Otherwise, you start letting external variables start to change your 20%. And I ain't doing that because I chose 20%, 18, 15. That's the balance that I believe in. Find your balance, but you got to break free first. Now, my foundation was not always extensive. It used to be. It was just exercise for a while. I didn't even stretch, didn't meditate, didn't journal, but I did go to the gym, sauna, weights, basketball. But eventually, as I started to understand how the 3-legged stool works, which I talk about in my book, you need all 3. You can't have one without the other. You're going to be thrown off and off balance. You ever sat on a 3-legged stool? One of them legs might go up your ass. Wait, what? Pause. Well, if it falls off the right way, but you ain't going to be able to sit up is my point, okay? Now, my full foundation goes like this. 8 p.m., I'm home. Curfew, kick-out time. Wrap up around the house, laundry, fold, dishes, clean, wrap up my emails, content. 8:30, phone's plugged in. Do not disturb. Screen's off. Stretch, and I write down my tasks for tomorrow without having to look at my calendar. I just write down from what I remember, and I write down any phone calls I got to make. Just sit and meditate and think about what comes to your head. Write those down. That's important because then you're not I feel I'm not dependent on my calendar to actually see what matters to me because I remember it. And that becomes a form of awareness as well. So that's a quick exercise. Write down what you got to do tomorrow and then look at it again tomorrow. Then I get in bed and I read. I got a bunch of books next to my bed right now. Adam Grant Originals, The Courage to Be Disliked, The Power of Systems, Psychology of Money, Becoming Supernatural, The Artist's Way, We Can Do Hard Things, The Laws of Human Nature, 12 Months to a Million, Outlive, Principles, Ray Dalio, Money Come Dance With Me. What's on top? Choose Yourself to Be Chosen. That's my book. When I read that, plenty. Lived it, actually. But those are the type of books I have next to my bed. Those are top books. Any books I buy are ones I've listened to twice and they have changed my paradigm. So if go through that list again, I just listed them, get you one of them books. Read in bed till I start nodding off. When I nod off, close the book, turn off the light, then I meditate to sleep. I will not hit the snooze. Now I will have times where I'm like, oh, I can have a slow morning, or I'm on vacation, or I have company over and I won't set an alarm. There's times for that. But if I set the alarm, I'm getting fucking up. There's times where I don't set the alarm. I'm never like, oh, there's a girl in my bed. My alarm went off. I'm going to just stay here and cuddle with her. What the hell, boy? You got purpose, especially men. Women, you got hormones and all this stuff going on with your cycles. I get it. Y'all different. Man, you need to get up and do what you said, especially if she's in your bed, because she going to try to test you to get off track. And if you get off track, you're going to be less of the man that she want. It might hurt her feelings in the moment, but it's going to give her more belief in you for the long run. Don't stop doing what got you to where you want to be. A lot of men get into a relationship and start getting soft. You found the wrong woman. You got to get into a relationship with a girl who pushes you to dedicate even more to your purpose and foundation, who has her own foundation, who respects your space and solitude. Then you can both pour from an overflow into your family and legacy. Her overflow that goes into your cup comes from her foundation and solitude. His overflow that goes into her cup comes from his solitude and foundation. If somebody stops solitude and foundation, increasing their emotional awareness and spirituality for women, increasing their fitness, focus, finance, and purpose for men, if you stop that, the relationship is unbalanced. And if you stop doing what got you attracted to each other in the beginning, then the future doesn't look the same as it did when you guys planned the future in the beginning. So you can't stop doing what got you to where you want to be. And some say, love them for who they are. I say, you love them for the person they are becoming, the person that they've become in the past, and the person they are to their family, to their community, and who they would be for your kids. That's what I'm looking for. And if you want to push them to continue to choose themselves and continue to grow, you got to keep doing the same. Boy, you can't go get fat and expect your girl to stay skinny. Now your damn refrigerator changed. Now your damn budget changed because you're eating DoorDash and you're done sat on your ass. See? Now your back hurt. Now you can't even fuck the same. Now the freaky sex is gone. Now what? I'm guessing divorce. All because you lost yourself. Come on now. So, snooze skipper, cup filler, not a dream killer. All right? You stay in your bed, your dreams stay in your head. So you better get up, get over it, and get after it. Choose yourself and let's get it. Take that with you next time you want to hit the snooze. Now, my morning routine, I go straight to the bathroom. First, I press stop on my phone on the way to the bathroom because it's in my day. Press stop on my alarm, go right to the bathroom, turn on the cold shower, sit down, brush my teeth for 4 minutes. After that, I get in the cold shower. Deep breaths. I'm in there for 2 minutes. 50 deep breaths. I'm in there spinning around in a circle. Then I come out and I stretch immediately. After that, I read a page from Mastery by Robert Greene. Is one book. I read a page from Psychology of Money. All these books change, but right now, I'm looking at it right now. I read a book from Mastery, which has a different lesson for every day. A book from the Quran, which I'm studying the Quran and the Bible and how they relate. And then a book from Psychology of Money while I'm stretching. And then I get to my book and I write down my tasks and I plan out my day. And in here, sometimes I will post online, but I'm posting. I'm creating. I'm not consuming. I might post my cold shower. I might post a video when I get an idea, but I'm not scrolling. I'm not checking comments. I'm not checking DMs. All right. Then I meditate before I leave, usually clean, get the 7 salads in my gut so my mouth don't smell like my butt. Then I pray before I leave. Then I'm out. And I always make my bed. One task complete. Skip the snooze, make your bed. Bang. Then I create something to spit, growetry, poetry, flowetry on the way to the gym. Then I get to the gym, I stretch again, cardio, weights. Back home, cook, clean, go live, get it activated. That's my full foundation from 8 to 8. And that varies in which order I do it, but those are all the boxes I'll check, okay? Now the mini foundation, say I wake up at 7, I got a meeting at 9. I wake up, cold shower, brush my teeth, I'm out the door. Get to the gym, stretch, cardio, weights, back home. That's it. And it might be 5-minute stretch, 10-minute cardio, 20-minute weights. Instead of a 90-minute workout, it's 35. Now I have a mini foundation all the way to a full foundation that I can do. When I'm on vacation, make sure cardio, weights. I have to do that when I'm on vacation or when I'm after my 20% fun. And if I'm at home, access to a sauna, that's also a must. Along with gut health, gut repair, and the systems for hydration. Those are a must. So I have anything from 7-hour foundation to a 12-hour foundation. I have different amounts of systems. I have different amounts of exercise, amounts of stretch, amounts of meditation, amounts of cleaning, amounts of conscious control activation. I have different amounts and different tasks of errands I want to run. And I can compile these in a certain structure so that I'm right in the time window that I have, because I've been doing this for years. But what we would do on one of these programs, we would create your full foundation and your mini foundation, and then we work together to continue to stay flexible and maintain momentum throughout the development of these. And eventually you'll be able to do it on your own. So when it comes to your foundation, you got to set it every day. That's it. So if this sounds like something you need for structure, discipline, to increase your emotional awareness, to increase your ability to process toxins, to increase your ability to identify toxins, detach from toxins, and embrace your balance, to increase your ability to evaluate your environment, to increase your ability to be aware of your trigger points and your breaking points and turn them into turning points. This is where it all works. The next episode is going to be about self-investment, time, energy, and resources back into yourself. The foundation also helps with, because what you do in the foundation is invest your time and energy into yourself to give yourself more time and energy at the end of your life. So it helps you then increase your self-worth, which, like we talked about before, if you have low self-worth, you'll make low-frequency decisions out in the world. The more you invest in your foundation, the higher you value yourself. The higher your self-worth, the more you can justify investments out in the world. But it starts by your action in the foundation. And then the very last pillar is create and contribute. You got to create from the version that is developed from putting yourself through these systems in the foundation, identifying your story, embracing your story, identifying the trigger points, why the trigger points came from your story, figure out what your personal brand is, build a brand of authenticity through your story, and then contribute that to others. But the foundation is the core of the TEFIC. F it. Triggers, environment, foundation, investment, contribution. But the foundation is literally the core, the middle of the TEFIC. All right? So set the foundation will help you with identify your trigger points, push through breaking points, turn them into turning points. It'll help you evaluate your environment, embrace the balance, grow your mind. It'll help you with your mind, body, spirit connection, emotional resiliency, help you with your conscious control. It'll help you with your dorsal cortex strength, your anterior cingulate cortex, your prefrontal cortex. It'll help you identify your intention over emotion. It'll help you increase your self-worth so you can make more valuable decisions outside of solitude. It'll help you invest time, energy, and resources in yourself because you're already making choices that make you show that you're worth it. It'll help you create because you're creating from authenticity in your story and actions that prove that you give a damn to your creator so you can create. Because now you're a cup filler pouring from an overflow instead of seeking to have your cup filled by someone else. The foundation is the key to personal evolution. And that's the purpose of life, ain't it? So if that sounds like something for you, tap in with me in the CYC every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Or you can tap into my link, get the 30-day program, 90-day program, or work with me one-on-one. Either way, I'm here for you, but only if you are. Next episode, we're going over self-investment, opportunities, stories, and types of investment that you can make in yourself today. But in the meantime, in between time, big dream time, keep the gratitude in your attitude and always choose yourself.